we should try to make Colombians feel passionate about volunteering, passionate about helping, passionate about being informed, because I feel like education and information are the key to change the world. Because I saw that people at the USA, they just find a way to do something that they want to do. I understood that people talking to others and making connections and reading and getting informed will be able to do things by themselves. And I understood I shouldn't wait for things to happen here, as most of us do. I will just make the change I want to see in the world. So I had a bunch of opportunities in the USA to do volunteering, and we have this website where you can look at the calendar and you can register for places. But here, we don't have that facility to just go somewhere and find all the volunteers that you have in the city and all the schedules. So it's hard for people to get them. When we three came to Colombia, we wanted to start volunteering, and we actually took the time to look in many organizations to see what times and what kind of people they needed. And we were like, oh, they need people these days and these days. So we started to do like a small database about it. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And we try to post opportunities that are happening all around the city.
My ideas before I went to the States, was like, oh yeah, I mean, I have to do this, you know? But then, when I got there, I was like, hey, life is not just about grades. It's not just about going to college and getting knowledge. It's about going outside and reflect that knowledge through giving back to the society. So the volunteer activity that we did today was anti-hunger too. Because we want to feed the homeless people. When you start to do like as baby steps, then you can do bigger things.
In the US, my major was early childhood education, where I could take some of the classes related with issues in early childhood, child development, and I got this opportunity to do my internship with Jumpstart, which is an organization that works with low-income families and children, and they are focused on teaching children. I learned a lot of activities. In the daycare we were doing the volunteer yesterday, we could find that these children, they come from low-income families. This daycare is a house, and these are volunteer mothers. Unfortunately, they don't have an education to know what are the requirements of these kids at that age. And these children from these kind of daycares, after 5 years old, they are going directly to primary school. They don't know anything. We need learning activities. Some of the things that I learned in the United States, and now I am implementing those things here.
The YMCA in Medellin is located in Comuna 13, which was one of the most dangerous areas in the city or in the country during the 90s. So here we have programs with kids, programs with young people, and programs with their parents. So the graffiti tour started, like I believe, 5 years ago, and it started with an organization of volunteers of the YMCA. What they do is that they do hip hop, and they teach the hip hop culture here in the neighborhood, and they teach it as an art, as something that instead of you being part of the gangs of the neighborhood, you can be part of art. So each graffiti has a story. People was afraid of coming here, but now they feel like people is coming to see our place, to see how we live, how we express ourselves by graffitis. I feel passionate about the work that we do in the YMCA here. So for you to become an official volunteer of the YMCA in Colombia, you need to do a 4-year process where you are showing that you are a real volunteer here. So I started like that, and then 1 year later I became board member. I'm the finance vice president. So when I started in CCI, my major is finance. Finance is about numbers, and no one understands why I was doing all this volunteering, because they were financing about helping people. But with the YMCA, they gave me the opportunity to participate in an event about philanthropy. So I went to San Diego, and that was magical for me because I could see so many finance people who dedicate all their lives just for philanthropy, just to capital campaigns for social work. The finance where you can invest in the developing of communities and the cities. The headquarters of YMCA Medellin is located in a family house. Because we are having all these opportunities and challenges as a city, we need another location in Comuna 13. So we decided to take a capital campaign. How can we bring the philanthropy culture to Medellin? You need resources, and people is very good at social programs, but they don't have any idea on how to recollect funds. This capital campaign represents my two passions: first finance, and then as volunteer. I'm finding I can do something here to combine both worlds.
I dream with a day where we can understand that the problem of one is the problem of many, and that we should be together to solve this problem and to make a better society.